So whenever you're dealing with experiences, what tends to happen is if they're not meeting your particular expectations or your needs, you tend to be frustrated. You tend to get irritated. You tend to find it as a problem, as a challenge. Now remember the word, it is simply because it's not meeting your expectations. So what do we do in scenarios like this? What could happen is, this scenario, this situation is not aligning with you. It's not connecting with who you are. But the big message here is know that there will always be situations that you don't like. There will always be experiences that are not what you are expecting. And lots of people will think, but it was so frustrating and it was so problematic and it was so challenging. Yes, because it's not meeting your needs. That doesn't mean it's not meeting anybody's needs. Somebody's happy with the situation, but you're not, because it's not meeting your needs. Now, this is what you do. When situations like this arise, your role is to walk away from it. Why am I saying walk away from it? If this is not aligning with you, I mean, there are ways around these things. Either you find a way to rearrange yourself so you can align with this scenario that's happening here, or if this is just too much for you, instead of you to allow yourself to be frustrated, walk away from that scenario. Walk away, or realign yourself to match with the scenario. And that's how we handle experiences. Because the reality of life is experiences are here to stay. The whole purpose of life is for us to have experiences. It's for us to grow from being a baby to an adult, to now a matured person, and to the point that we become elderly people. So experiences will follow us all the way. What I was when I was a little girl is not the same as when I got married. It's not the same as when I started having children. It's not the same as now that I'm a grandmother. It's not the same as when I'm in this environment where I am, where I started in Nigeria and now I'm in another environment in the UK. They are all different experiences, and they continue to change day by day. But what you don't do is allow these experiences to break you, to frustrate you, to destroy you, to the point you now say to yourself, you know what, I give up. Lots of people do that. I give up. Why would you want to give up? What you do is walk away from that scenario, or change yourself to suit the scenario. So your experiences with your children, your experiences with your husband, your experiences with your wife, with your neighbor, with your community, with your colleagues at work, with your friends, with your relatives, are always going to be different. Now, what you need to begin to do is understand the scenarios that create these experiences. Begin to look into what could have led to this scenario happening that's not aligning with me. Now, what you want to begin to learn is, when scenarios don't align with you and you allow it to continue to sit there, what will happen is you're going to have a very toxic environment. This could be with your children, this could be with your husband, or this could be your friend, your wife. This scenario that's not being dealt with, not aligning with you, will create a very negative environment, a very toxic environment. And what would that do? That begin to frustrate the soul that's in you, the humanity that's in you, the person that you are. And what this leads to is you begin to go away from who you are. And what you're going to find is, when scenarios are not connected to you, you begin to stagnate. You begin to wither. It's a bit like when you plant a seed in the garden. and you don't water it. You know that there was the parable of the parable of the sower who had seeds dropped in various places. The one in the thorny area, the one in the sandy soil, the one in the rock, and then of course the one who got into really, really good soil. What happens is when this environment is not positive, when it's negative, when it's toxic, nature being who we are, we begin to wither. We wither. When we say wither, in human form, you stagnate. You're not moving forward. Everything you're doing is you're just in one spot. You don't see any growth coming into your life. That environment you're in is not healthy for you. That situation you find yourself in is not working for you. And that's why it's so important that if you find that happening in your life, because remember, experiences will always be there. It's not going anywhere. That's part of life. But whenever you find an experience that's not working for you, it's stagnating you, it's frustrating you, it's making you wither, you're not growing, you're not seeing progress, things are not happening the way you want it to happen. What you need to do now is to begin to find a way to walk away from that scenario. Walk away from it. There are those who say find a way to resolve it. Yeah, find a way to resolve it, but you may come across some people who there is no solution. For other people, for some people, it will be either that situation exists or nothing. So if you are feeling so uncomfortable in this scenario and you have tried all you can to resolve it and it's not working, your answer is walk away. Maintain your dignity. Keep your life intact. Walk away, start your life afresh wherever else. Interact with other people. Make new friends. Find a way to cope with other scenarios. And let whatever this thing is right. Because that's your life on the line. If you don't help yourself to improve your life, to make your life better, to be in an environment that's healthy for you, what you're going to find is you'll be so frustrated and life will become meaningless. So the big message here is understand that experiences is what life is. And there'll be negative experiences, there'll be positive experiences, but when you do come across the ones that are completely negative and toxic and not working for you, do the right thing for yourself. Walk away from it. Be the wiser one. Be the smarter one. And move on and gain better experiences. Because the purpose of your life is to become the best of you. Purpose of your life is to achieve greatness on this earth. Purpose of our lives is to contribute something great into life. And that's the mission God created us for. He said, I want the very best for you. All I'm here to give you is life and give it to you abundantly. So if you find something is beginning to steal your joy, pull you away, dry you out, make you unhappy, walk away from that thing. So we're going to leave it here. And if you have any other, contributions you want to add to this, please feel free to leave the message, below in the comment section. I'd like to hear how you see life as well, in the form of experiences as well. So thank you for watching. God bless you.